Hello parents, family, friends, and young scholars. This is Mr. Martirone, and in this video I'm going to go over our course curriculum for world cultures. Our story begins in ancient Greece and Rome. From there, students will examine the contributions of the Greeks and the Romans to civilization. We'll ask questions like, how does geography determine who you will become? How did the philosophies fulfill the needs for religion? Was Greek truly democratic? What was the purpose of government? And what does it mean to be a good citizen? We'll study the rise and fall of the Roman Empire and compare that with the rise and fall of American democracy here in the United States. Following the collapse of the Roman Empire, our next unit of study will be the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. We'll take a look at how religion fulfilled the role that was left behind by the Roman Empire. We'll examine events like the Crusades and the bubonic plague and attempt to determine the impact they had on European society. We'll ask questions like, how does a decrease in population spark an explosion of ideas, technology, and exploration? This would become known as the Renaissance, cultural rebirth of scholarship and arts in Europe. Students will be asked to examine, how did the Renaissance change man's view of himself in light of all these new technological advancements? We'll study the effects the printing press had on religion, including the publication of Martin Luther's 95 Thesis, which caused the split within the Catholic Church in 1517. And our third unit will be on exploration in the age of global encounters. And we will ask questions such as, what motivates people to explore? And is America truly the land of opportunity? We'll examine the slave trade and how native peoples were treated. Was slavery justified? And was it central to the development of growth in the colonies? And what is the price of oppressing people in order to gain freedom? We'll also take a look at the future of exploration, what it's going to look like for our students in the 21st century. We will examine how countries and companies are using science, technology, engineering, and math for new methods of safe space exploration of Mars, our solar system, and beyond. Our fourth unit of study is on Absolutism, Enlightenment, and the Age of Revolution. Students will understand that the scientific revolution had a profound impact on society. We'll ask questions such as, how are social and political institutions structured to address the rights and responsibilities of individuals and groups of people? We'll ask questions such as, what is the purpose of government? What does it mean to be a good citizen? Why do we sometimes oppress each other to gain power? What is the most effective form of government for protecting liberty? And is there a price to obtaining freedom from oppression? Following the age of political upheaval and revolutions, our next unit, Unit 5, will concern the Industrial Revolution and its effects on the world. We will ask questions such as, what were the social consequences of the Industrial Revolution for the working class? What were the important demographic, political, and social changes that accompanied the Industrial Revolution? Do the upper classes have the right to exploit lower classes for financial or political gain? Is progress justified? And what effects did the Industrial Revolution have on our planet today concerning global warming? Our sixth unit of study concerns imperialism and the political developments of the 20th century. And we will examine the major events and turning points of the 20th century that shaped the modern world today. We will ask questions such as, how can one's individual's experiences reflect the struggles of an entire nation? How do we overcome prejudice and social bias? How can we help people struggling in an underprivileged region of the world live a better life? How does conflict lead to change across varying levels of society? And what are the benefits and consequences of questioning and challenging authority? Our final unit of study concerns the crisis of the 20th century and the modern world. And from there, students will examine the fallout from the Cold War and the War on Terror as it impacts their lives today. We will ask questions such as, what motivates people to form the basis for expansion in the 21st century? Who is responsible for war? And how do economic problems affect politics? We will also challenge the students to examine what are the crises, problems, and challenges they face in the 21st century. And ultimately, we will challenge our students not just to study history, but to shape future history.